Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. My voice is still screwed up, my head's still fuzzy, but I've been out of bed most of today. I say most, I had to spend some time in bed, but I'm getting there. I'm mostly just staying out of bed out of stubbornness at this point. Steven, thanks for being such a great pal. Oh, I'm always spouting off, but the truth is, I'm really glad I met you. You see how serious I am? Well, no, I can't because it's a letter. I can't see you. But I know you wouldn't lie to me, my man. So, got ourselves a snowball. It's probably not gonna snow again before the winter's over. Maybe. I don't know when the snow goes away, honestly. I know I was told, and I don't remember. I apologize. I'm gonna look back through comments later to when I was told that it might go away, because I remember it was just a might, but that's fine. We got some Jabberoids kicking around, because it was briefly snowing yesterday. IRL, we're getting a pretty big snowstorm soon, which sucks that I'm still sick for, because I kind of feel like I should be out shoveling snow, but I'm not going to be able to. Hey Steph, weather like this makes me want to work my core. Baguette, what's up bro? Wanna chat? I shot my peck the other day on an impulse, got my kitchen flooring on. When I thought about what I'd done, I realized I really have no use for that type of thing. Begging you, please buy it. Sure man, I'll buy it. That's a lot more than I would get for selling it, but there you go. Take it. Man, my throat hurts today. I don't even know why this illness has, like, destroyed my throat, but I wish it wouldn't have. Like, I'd rather be sick and still have my voice than not have my voice and still be sick. Also, I see Sahara back there. Girl, that's a wall. Alright, here's the deal. So, I do want to briefly ramble about something. It's mostly because I have a Discord, community Discord, so Discord's recent changes are kind of relevant. If you didn't know I have it, it's linked in the description. Feel free to join. Also feel free not to join if what I'm about to say bothers you. Discord is enforcing age verification. Basically, what that means is you have to verify your age to do anything that they decree is above a teen level. Now, I'm not okay with this, so I have not verified my age on Discord. I know I'm not a teen. I have told Discord before my age. If they're not happy with that, sucks to be them. I don't go to Discord for adult things anyway. But, yeah. Turns out the place they're using for verification has already been hacked, and people's data has been exposed. I don't know why places are, like... Ooh. Well, I mean, I'm not a fan of the wallpaper. What was the old wallpaper? Skyscraper. I'll keep this one. That's my rule with Sahara anyway, so. I don't know why people think all this age verification stuff via scanning, like, government paperwork is a good idea. Like, have these people not applied to McDonald's before? Like, that's a quick way of getting your information lost, you know. And it's why even places like McDonald's, at least around here, stopped asking for that information until they're ready to bring you on. And I'd get a visitor. Didn't think it'd be you though, Figu. So, is there something you need from me? It's the latest. Hey, listen. Can I remind you of a wharf roach? Peck said I look like one. You catching bugs, you catch me? I can try. I can try. But like, yeah. Basic Internet Security 101. Never upload personally identifying information that could lead to people finding your real identity and address and, you know, dox yourself. Never do that. Like, Mr. Mayor, I have an idea for the next public project. May I tell you about it? Sure, I think everyone in town can benefit from having a fairy tale clock. Alright, that's another thing we could definitely do. Gotta finish the cafe first, though. Like, the thing that I think annoys me the most is, like, this is all done under the guise of, well, we're protecting the children's. Except, think about this for a moment. Everyone who is not age verified is now by default a teenager. How is that going to protect children? Training Day Crunch, Sex It's Sunny, can help you up with. It's latest. Yeah, I've been working my biceps like crazy lately, bro. Love to show off some, like to show off for some out-of-towners, bro. Should invite some friends from other towns to come see the gun show. Crunch. Trade my butt off to your pals show. I can't, I'm sorry. Blame Nintendo. Because, like, literally, it's just made it easier for people to impersonate teenagers. Because they can be like, well, hey, my Discord account clearly shows I'm a teenager, you know? Like, all that's done is make it easier for people, not harder. Like, I don't get it. Plus, I am very much of the mind that any sort of online safety for someone who's, you know, under 16, that's the parents' responsibility. Like, if you have a kid and they're talking, you know, they're like 8 to 12 and they're talking with people online and you don't even have a single clue who those people are, that's a problem. And that's not a problem with Discord. That's a problem with your parenting. So you're surviving, Duck. What's up? Let's chat. Yeah, I get the feeling there's a lot less trash, fewer weeds, yeah. Fewer wilted flowers, too. Present floating by. Yeah, it is because of the ordinance. It is making the town look pretty nice, ain't it? And, like, I know there's some people who are gonna hear that and be like, but these platforms, like, they're not your kid's parent. You are. Like, now you can definitely be a little too overbearing with your kids, and that can lead to some strain. But that's where, you know, treat their online usage the way you would have wanted yours treated when you were a kid. And you'll probably not have any problems. Let's be real though, a lot of this push for surveillance and age verification, it's being done to train AI models and build databases on people. I know this is very tinfoil hatty, but it is very global surveillance-y. That's the whole point. They want to be able to place a name to a person, to a location, so you can be tracked. That's what they want. And a lot of people within my age group, specifically, are being flagged for needing to verify your age because AIs are really bad at guessing the age of somebody who's between like 25 and like 50. Because there's not a huge difference in how you look between those ages. So they're trying to build more and more and more data so that they can actually, like, try to pinpoint, this is what a 30-year-old looks like. This is what a 35-year-old looks like. I mean, like, if you look at me between, 5 years ago and now, there's not a huge difference in how I look outside of I trimmed my beard. Just bumped the mic. Like, I mean, right now I probably look a bit paler than normal because I've been sick. And I'm still sick. But, like, that's what you're looking at. That's why they really want all this, basically, photo data next to verifiable ages so that they can train the AIs better to be like, yes, this is definitely this age, It's also why, early on, facial hair completely messed them up. And quite often they would, for age verification purposes, insist if you have facial hair that you get rid of it. Because facial hair was, it hinders the ability of these AI to actually verify your age. And that's how it's being done. This isn't like actual people looking over stuff. It is quite literally an AI looks at it and gives a guess with some percentages of how confident it is of different ages. And I imagine there's a lot of people who are, 30, 40-year-old adults who are being flagged as underage because they just don't look that old. It's dumb. I'm gonna stop yapping about this now, though. It's just, yeah, I figured I'd make mention of that. Barbara! Shopping Tiniest. Some good selections you'd like to talk about. Want to chat. Darling, there are too many things I want to buy today. Shop can really wreak havoc on your budget if you're not careful. Yeah. Alright. I've only got the one space, so it's a good thing I only have the one thing. Though I do kind of want that doll. Those who slip are often just given a chance to appreciate the ground. Yeah, I don't slip. I don't fall. I've somehow not fallen this entire illness, even though I've been dizzy as heck. I honestly thought I was gonna fall, like, a few days ago coming down the stairs. It's a triple banana. So lucky. Alright. Well, I know I'm not gonna get a good deal on this, but I have something I want to sell. I'm gonna sell the kitchen flooring. Because, yeah, it's a low value item anyway, so. And I'm gonna buy the fancy doll. I'll take it. Bam. I do really wish my voice was better. It feels like it's getting worse the more I talk, but the whole point of these videos is me talking while I play this game. So I don't know how I'd go about it without talking. Hello, Mabes. Hello, Sabes. I just want to chat. This winter's shaping up to be a real cold one. You enjoy dressing up in our winter fashions, make you feel warm inside and out. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of good like this. I could use some pants, but all you girls sell is shorts. Still nothing. Alright. But, really trying to do a think-thunk here. I have gotten halfway through the dice rally, which ends today. Literally, when you guys are watching this, it's already over, I think. It might be going on a little longer. Man, getting that far has been really annoying. Like, I enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! More than I don't enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong. But the amount of decks that just... if you can't interrupt them, like, you're just kinda screwed. Because they're going to build, like, 5 to 8 levels of interaction, and you've only got 5 to 6 cards to even stop them with, or to try to break through, and a lot of your cards are probably, you know, once per turn. You might have a couple duplicates. You might have a hand trap you've not had the ability to use. Like, it very much, like, you know, you can't play the game. You're just not allowed. And then you get the decks that, like, no matter how much you interrupt them, they can just keep playing because they've just simply been designed that way. And it's like, why, Konami? Like, I know people complained back when Sword Soul came out and was relatively meta about how easy it was for them to put level 10 synchros onto the board. And it was basically Baronne de Fleur pass was your turn. And that was so broken. That was in the days of, you know, you would have that one monster negate. Yeah. I might be able to still get this, maybe. Yeah. Slow walking for the win. Pretty rude of Peck to say Paula looks like a Warfroach, though. Though, I mean, Warfroaches are pretty cute. So, maybe that's what he was going for. But, like, these days, you get a deck like Yummy. And, like, that deck can just play. You clear its board, it just starts again. Like, there's no stopping it. It can play through so much interaction. And so they've started designing interactive decks. Decks that build boards and negates. To friggin' be like 7-8 layers of interaction, because that's what's needed to stop decks like Yummy, when really the answer should be ban Yummy. You know? The answer shouldn't be this arms race power creep. Good for me already, thanks a ton. Hehe, thanks. Let me give you a little something something for your trouble. Get a shirt. What's the shirt? It's a doctor's coat. Ooh, I might wear that. Creature Wrangler. I mean, I'm just gonna change right here. I may as well. I mean, I'm wearing a doctor's mask. May as well wear a doctor's coat too. I mean, it's a pretty good looking coat, so. But yeah, like, that sort of stuff does really annoy me. But when you do get, like, a good game of, like, 2 equal power decks, like Sword Soul versus Red Dragon Archfiend, that is a really fun duel. That does have its bullcrap moments, mostly because Red Dragon Archfiend's latest support pushes it closer to modern deck status. Fancy doll. Yeah. Which, you know, is a problem. Like, they're able to just survive you removing their monsters by getting to just resummon them because reasons. You know, it really does change how you have to go about taking them on. Like, you basically have to clear their back row before you clear their main monsters, or it doesn't matter. They're just gonna get their monsters back. Which is, like I said, it's pretty annoying. But, like, once you get that down, like, between these two decks, it's a really fun back and forth duel where you will both be responding as best you can to each other, and like that's how Yu-Gi-Oh should be. Most of these duels don't go past like turn 3, but there's so many layers of the interaction going back and forth that you're still playing a 20-30 minute duel. You know, both of you playing out your turns, and then turn 3 is usually the decider. And usually it ends on turn 3 because one of the two of you probably is just surrendering because you know you've lost. Like, those are nice. The modern Dark Magician support also is pretty nice for that. Because I know there's a lot of people calling for the newest Dark Magician card to be banned because, oh, it turbos out Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. I mean, kinda, yeah. It lets you summon Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, which, gonna be completely honest, as far as negates go, is a pretty fair one. The thing that makes Dragoon not so fair was that you could just slap Dragoon onto any board with the help of Verte Anaconda. I wish everyone would sell things here more often, make this place even more fun. Stuff to sell. Cleaning up the beach. Like, Verte Anaconda was the problem. Dragoon was never the problem. So, like, people being like, oh, the new Dark Magician support needs banned for that. It's like, it doesn't, though. Especially in pure Dark Magicians. Like, it's pretty rare for Dark Magician to end with cards still in their hand to actually use that negate. It's kind of funny. I know this from playing Dark Magician. Like, it's a relatively fair deck. I have also encountered a fair few people playing Master Duel who you can tell they're just trying to be annoying. And they're not even playing One Bad Day, which is more or less what a deck type has been called, that I think every card game has. It's that deck that you encounter someone playing where you just have the feeling of like, oh, this person's been having a really bad day and they want to make everybody feel it. Where, like, they're playing every floodgate under the sun, or I suppose Magic apparently calls those stacks pieces. How does that make any sense? But okay. You know, they're playing things that basically prevent you from playing the game full stop, and they're not really doing anything other than doing that. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, but like, these people just be playing annoying cards. Like, anytime a card goes to your graveyard, you take 300 damage. Oh, man. That's nothing more than annoying. You know, whenever your opponent summons a monster, you gain 400 life points. Oh, man. That's totally gonna stop me from summoning monsters. It's not. Ironically, there is a card that would at least slow me down. It would make me think more about the monsters I'm summoning, and that's, I think Ghost Mourner, I think is what it's called. It's one of the Ghost Girls that basically functions like a balanced Max C, where you discard it from your hand. Every time your opponent special summons a monster, you gain life points equal to that monster's attack. Basically meaning your opponent can't win this turn, because everything they summon, you're gaining that many life points. You can't lose that turn. They can still build their board, but depending on how many monsters they have to summon to get there that aren't staying on the field, you might be so far ahead on life points that it's effectively become card advantage by giving you like 2 or 3 extra whole turns, you know. So it's pretty nice. no one plays it because it doesn't guaranteed end your opponent's turn. You know. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. My voice is giving out on me still. So, I do hope that my voice comes back soon. I am feeling a little better, as you can probably tell. Especially by the way I've been in my chair all day. But, so I'm hoping things will be back to normal soon. I'm really hoping. I miss streaming, man. I miss having my voice more, but I miss streaming so freaking much. I just started streaming again and I got sick. It's great. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf. See you all then.